Hello, I'm Billy,
I'm Eddie.
and we are the
The
Trick or
Trick-or-Treaters.
Treaters. Now we're back today to talk about why physical media in this day and age of streaming. You can just watch everything on streaming, right? Not necessarily. Our first point, I should say, is when you have physical media in front of you, you actually own it. At any given time, individual movies may be on a contract or a show may be on a contract. Once that expires, the movie either goes to a different streaming service that you may or may not have, or it just disappears altogether. So by actually owning it, you can go pull it off the shelf, put it in, and watch it.
Agreed. Also, sets. For instance, Friday the 13th. I know, I don't know which streaming service it was, but around Halloween they had the first 9, but they did not have Jason X or Freddy vs. Jason. So, you may not have access to all the films in the set while streaming.
Yeah, I've seen that where they'll have like say a four movie set. They'll have 1, 2, and 4. They won't have 3. And you're
Or
like, how you're supposed to watch the whole series?
Scream, for instance. And that's the one I know is there's 6 films. I had to bounce between 2 different streaming services to watch all 6 because I had loaned out my disc copies.
Oh, so where did you have to go for
I think it
those?
was in between HBO and Paramount.
Paramount. See, so that's one thing is by actually having it in front of you, anytime you can pull that off the shelf and watch it. That's what I like about it.
I'm just gonna
And
tell my
there's just comfort in that, knowing that you can walk up to your shelf and pull that movie off and put it in anytime you want.
I'm
You're
just
cold. It's cold. You don't want to go anywhere, and you don't have it on stream. You already have it. All you have to do is go pull it off the shelf.
or the weather's messing with your internet connection.
Yeah, and let's say you can't stream that day. I'm not saying don't do streaming. Streaming has a place. It really does because you have I have Netflix. I watch a lot and has originals.
Exactly.
So like Fear
Stream.
Street, there is no physical
Yeah,
release.
I'm
If
hoping.
they ever do a trilogy, like a 4K box set of those 3, I will be one of the first people to buy that.
I don't know about 4K. For
Yeah,
me
4K.
anyway, because I don't have the software to run it.
Right. Eventually, though.
But I'm hoping for at least a Blu-ray
Blu-ray.
because I think they did do a Lucifer set, didn't they?
I'm not aware. I'm not sure on
I
that.
just saw one on Walmart.com, but I've never seen it physically in store.
I did hear this is with physical media. Netflix is looking at doing physical stores where you can eat, watch shows and movies, and even buy some of the physical media from them.
Wednesday.
Oh, dude, spoiler alert, Wednesday is my all-time favorite show. Stranger Things is right by that, but Wednesday is my favorite show. I actually have a lot of Wednesday stuff, but that show I just love it. It's darker. We'll do a Wednesday review on this channel eventually, but let me just say,
As a whole, episode by episode.
yeah, I have my whole bathroom now is Adam's Family themed. I did like a hand soap thing that's a haunted house. I have, but anyways, back to physical media. We bounce around a lot. We both have ADOS, attention deficit. Ooh, squirrel.
Yep.
We go nuts sometimes, as the squirrels do. But another reason why physical media is so good is
Let's see.
I lost my thought for a
Okay,
second.
well, physically having it to watch, yes. But then there's also, and I know I enjoy these too, the artwork on the cases.
Oh yes.
Some of the artwork is so beautifully done, and sometimes they don't use that artwork on the thumbnail for streaming.
No, I mean to physically hold up a 4K or just Blu-ray, or whatever, a steelbook. It is a collector's edition. It's something different. When you go to the store, you might see DVD, Blu-ray, 4K plus Blu-ray, plus a collector's steelbook or a ultimate edition. Like they had Avatar today when we were there. They had the Avatar steelbook that has 3 discs and over 3 hours of special features. So do your research. He was talking about, look at your release date when it's coming out and put the money aside for it. So you know this movie's going to be $40, factor in tax. Let's just say put away 50. And then when that movie comes out, get there day one, and you have a higher chance of getting the version you want. Because if I was telling him, or off camera, if I own no movies right now and bought my first shelf for $25, they were sold out when we went to get a new one. But when they're in stock, you get your shelf, and if you buy, let's say for me, I have the 4K TV, I have the Series X, so I can watch 4K film. Do your research. One place, I'll give you an example I was telling you earlier, Scream 6. They had a 4K release. I wanted it on 4K. They had a steelbook where Ghostface is looking out the back of the subway. And I went to Walmart. I bought the 4K, but they didn't have the steelbook. 3 days later, in Best Buy, they had the steelbook. But since I already spent the money on that, I didn't want. And I'd already opened it and watched it. I didn't want to spend more money on that film. So by doing your research early, you can get to one of these places. You have an advantage if you're in a city because you obviously have more stores.
Yeah, we're in a very small town.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have a lot. We've got a Walmart and a Dollar General, which, believe it or not, surprisingly, Dollar General, despite being small, I picked up quite a few movies from Dollar General.
I bought a anniversary edition of the Tim Burton's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory that comes with Blu-ray and it comes with a book.
I've seen that set.
And it was
At
only like 10, I want to say 8. But yeah, you're right. And you can also get a lot of collectors. I have that horror box set with 5 films I still need to watch. And one's the old school Fright Night.
The original Fright Night, I think Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman.
Yes.
John Carpenter's Vampires.
Yes.
As you can tell, we like all kinds of movies, but my main focus, and I think Billy's getting in there, is horror.
I have a variety. My biggest genre is obviously comedy.
So you like comedy, I like horror. My favorite sort of a comedy, I love those dark comedies like the 90s Addams Family movies. Where is that baby?
They came out with a 4K Addams Family and Addams Family Value. Those 2 films.
I've got them on Blu-ray over there on the shelf.
I would love to get them at least Blu-ray. I bought them on DVD.
If you're able to get the 4Ks, I wouldn't mind coming over. I say I come over to you, because I would love to compare the 4Ks versus the Blu-rays.
Oh yeah, the picture
Just how
quality.
the picture looks.
It's so great.
Because my mom's told me even basic DVDs look better.
I try to get 4K plus Blu-ray because then you get. Okay, so the disc size on a 4K, most of your space is going to the movie. They have a Transformers set where you can get all but the newest one in one box set on 4K plus Blu-ray.
See, that's one
I would like to get that one.
That's a set I'm surprised I haven't seen. That's one of 2 sets I'm surprised I'm not seeing. Is a complete Transformers set.
I think they have it, except they don't have the 6th, the newest one on it. The rest of them are.
And a complete Indiana Jones, the 5-film Indiana Jones film set. I was expecting that to be dropped. I haven't even done Google searching. I've not found anything.
Do your research if you want. If you're only about picture quality, go 4K. If you want both picture quality and bonus features, 4K plus Blu-ray, because then you get all. There's nothing wrong with Blu-ray. Blu-ray is great. The picture quality is great. It's consistent. And all the special features you get on Blu-ray is just astounding.
Some Blu-rays, even nowadays, Blu-rays have pretty much become the norm. They're bare bones. You barely get anything.
So you gotta look at your research.
So do a little bit of research. Look into the edition you're buying.
I have a 3D Alice in Wonderland, the first one by Tim Burton. Burton only produced the second one. I think that's why the second one's not as good. But anyways, the first one, I went to B-Stop. They had a Blu-ray edition that was a 3D one. And sometimes they even come with the glasses. So yeah, do your research. Also with physical media, consistent picture quality. You watch your streaming, all of a sudden, even with good internet connection, it randomly goes from clear to a little blurry to back to clear. With physical media, you don't have to worry.
Well, I know. Okay, usually there's a standard definition, so it's fluctuations in the picture itself.
Yeah, and I hate that because it gets pixelated and you can't really see what's going on.
I know Disney Plus at least has a high def option for some of their stuff.
It'll tell you, like Netflix will say HDR or 4K.
Yeah.
That's your 4K good quality. Other times it'll say HD. So when you're watching, and also, but yeah, do your research. The physical media, like so, you're going to get a consistent picture, and the sound quality is also great. Some of these 4K sound is just amazing. I don't have a surround sound system or soundbar yet, but I'm trying to be courteous to my neighbor. Otherwise, I would have the full surround sound set up. But I will say you're going to get a better picture quality on your consistent picture quality if you actually physically buy these films.
I don't have any direct neighbors, as you know, but I've got someone that's above me, and that's below me is the office, the apartment building I live in.
So you're trying to be courteous to them too. You don't have speakers blow out.
There was one night, me and my mom, we were both off the next day. We were doing an all-nighter Smallville. We were still working our way through the Smallville TV show. We were up all night. Roughly about 3 in the morning, I got stunned because my upstairs neighbor was randomly moving furniture and dropped her couch.
Oh no.
So I tried to be courteous, and they dropped their couch.
But make sure you don't drop your couch. Okay. No. But yeah, buying physical media is great. There's also a comfort, and I tell people if you're just starting your collection, think about you're sick or there's a snowstorm and you still have power but you don't have any internet. Think of those films you would want right there to be able to watch for 2 or 3 days stuck at home. Get those first. Get your absolute favorites. If you're all about picture quality, go for the best edition you can get, but do it slowly. But if you're someone like us who's been collecting a while, you can replace them when you see them. So let's say you have a DVD and you're like, that's one of my favorite films. I want a Blu-ray or 4K copy. You can look. I look and say, is there a 4K edition? No. Okay. Is there a Blu-ray edition? Yes. Then I will buy the Blu-ray of that film.
I just ordered earlier today, off camera when we were sitting here. I ordered the Lost Boys trilogy on Blu-ray.
Oh, they made 3? Okay.
Specifically on Blu-ray because of all the special features stuff that's on the first one.
Ah, okay.
Because when the first one came out, at least when they released it on DVD because it was made in the 80s, there was a 2-disc version with all this making of stuff on it.
That's awesome.
And that's what I wanted, so I hunted that. I got a Blu-ray trilogy. Now, there are shops and websites that deal specifically in media, whether it be books, movies, games. Movie-wise, online there's Gruv, Gruv Entertainment.
Oh, I'll have to look into them.
I've used them as both direct from their website, and I've used them as a third party when ordering from Walmart.com.
What's your luck been?
Extremely great. The packing is well done. They're well padded. I've not had any issues with them when I've gotten the packages.
I'm gonna look them up while we're talking. What's the name of them?
Gruv, Gruv.
G-U-R-V. See, this is why I like hanging out with people that like physical media, because you talk to other collectors.
Gruv.
Gruv Entertainment.
Yep.
I think I've been on there. So are they the ones that do like clearance deal? Yeah,
yes.
Okay, I have seen them.
And I've not had an issue with any shipping. I know sometimes you order something and you haven't necessarily used them before, and I had that issue when I first started ordering offline. Because for the longest time, I only bought in store. I didn't order online.
I think I see my next 4K purchase.
What'd you find? Ooh, I've only seen that like twice.
Ready Player One, guys. I have it on Blu-ray, which is fine. See, that's the thing. I want at least Blu-ray for my films if they're available. I'm cool with DVDs if that's the only edition. But look, do your research. If it's only on DVD, that's fine. But if it's Blu-ray, I try to go for
back to your rainy day topic.
Yeah, let's say it's snowing.
Everyone has what it's called their comfort films.
Yes.
Or I don't know what to watch. Fuck it, just put that one in. Excuse my language.
Put Scream 6 in. That's one of my comfort films. I know.
It's the default movies. What I was looking for. You know what you're in the mood for genre-wise, but you don't know exactly what kind of movie to watch. So you've got your default movie.
Yes.
And honestly, my default's not really a movie. I know it's a TV show that I've been working my way through. But get your defaults. At least make sure you have physical copies of those. Try and get the best editions you can. I know olden days, and this may date me a little bit, early 2000s. But they used to release collector's editions of, like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings sets. The extended editions did have special editions with a physical bookend.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
But looking now, yeah, you can find them used in that, but prepare to pay a pretty penny. Because they're out of print. So the only way to get them is use people on eBay or selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So
I would. I'm not going to tell you guys to use Marketplace. I haven't tried it myself.
Either
so
I
don't
but
know.
I've seen
I would say stick with your either in store or online, but be very careful. Look at your reviews. If they're 100% rated, 99%, you're probably good. But if you 90 and below, be very careful because you can get scammed.
The third parties on Walmart, I've not had much issues with.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's through Walmart. They're not going to use someone they don't trust. But I'm saying, like, going to
What I-
marketplace, you don't know what kind of condition. It may be great cover, it may be a great case, but the disc could be damaged, so you're buying it. So be very, very careful
Agreed.
when buying from other individuals over at a store in person, or just like Walmart.com is probably pretty safe.
But what I meant was shipping wise.
Yeah.
How it's packaged. You know, it's padded. It's either if it's a single, it's a padded envelope. If it's a box set, like my extended version of the Hobbit trilogy was that arrived this morning, it was in a nice box. I mean, when I order stuff, I expect to be at least somewhat padded.
Yeah, because stuff's gonna get bumped around.
I mean, I agree, it was just the box, but the item itself was still in the vacuum factory sealed. Yeah, the disc.
See,
got
I buy
insulated
stuff
a bit,
on
yeah.
Amazon sometimes. I prefer, though, if I can, finding stuff in store. But because places are getting rid of physical media, some of them, I like looking at them to inspect for damage. I do the same thing with books. If I look at a book and the cover's damaged, I don't want it, so I'll go and find a different copy elsewhere. Or if they have multiple, like I was telling him, Best Buy, exclusive to Best Buy, 4K Twilight Steelbook, all 5 movies, only $80. I was like, I'm gonna get it. Breaking Down Part 2, the spine was popped out of the steelbook, and I'm reading online that they were having issues with when they would open that case up, or they open up the collection, the box set, they would find that once they took that out, it fell off. The whole thing snapped in half.
And that's a you.
So you
You
gotta
mentioned
be
that it was
careful.
just that particular film.
Yeah, they're having a lot of issues with
How
Breaking
is it
Down Part 2.
packaged?
So they had it set up to where Steelbook has its own slot within the set, and it had all 5.
Were they-
But Breaking Down Part 2 is on the end, so I'm guessing when they ship them, they're setting them a certain way,
And the way
or when they're moving, they're getting bumped around and hit. The end movie is getting hit.
I've seen some of these steelbook sets. I know Lord of the Rings and Hobbits did one. I just watched YouTube videos on these right after I ordered my copies. But they were nice sets. Each movie had its own steelbook. But the case they went in was also padded. It had like a felt padding on the inside.
Yeah, so here's what I would advise. You're buying your first movie from a third party site. Only order one, see what kind of condition it comes in. Over time, if you're continuously getting good padding, good condition, you can add them to I trust this place set. But if you order 10 films all at once, spend a bunch of money, and they all come damaged, then you have a nightmare on your hands. So I would advise get one set, one film, build up a relationship sort of with the place you're ordering from. If they become good for you and you've ordered 20 or 30 and they're all good, you can start recommending them to other friends. But I would never say I buy 10 movies that are coming in the mail, and I say, yeah, these films are going to be great. And then you do the same thing before I even get mine, and then mine come damaged, your come damaged. I just cost us both a bunch of money and frustration. So I would advise building up a kind of a rapport with a place first.
My mom asked me the same thing because she had never ordered through Walmart.com before through the third parties.
I've never had issues with them either.
But she's like, okay. I'm like, I've used a couple of the third parties, so these are the ones I've used. And the padding's pretty good, and I find them trustworthy. She's like, oh, so you've not? I'm like, I've not had any issues. The discs come great, cases are good, padded envelope or box.
Keep your receipt or email notices of you buying in case you have to do an exchange or a refund or something. That way you're not SOL. So you do definitely want to keep your receipts on stuff.
You don't want to be SOL.
No, I've been SOL a lot on some stuff that movie wise, or a few things. I've had some damage. I wouldn't inspect it properly. So pick it up if you're buying in store. Pick it up, look at it, make sure it looks okay.
If you can, I don't know much about. I haven't really gotten used too much movies. But that's if they don't keep the disc like behind the counter or something.
Yeah, most places you're gonna go to, like your Slackers, they're going to have the cases out there. Then you hand them the case when you buy it, and they go and get the disc for you.
Yeah.
And they clean them up, and they're guaranteed for so long. You want to watch those films pretty quickly in order to make sure that they are in good condition, because they only guarantee them for so long. But yeah, you got to be careful with that. So physical media is king. It's not dead, because as I was telling him, if I go to Walmart, a lot of times, let's say a movie's been out for 3 or 4 days, they've already sold out of the edition I want.
That's Auto Walmart. I'm part of a DVD Blu-ray collectors group on Facebook, and one of the members posted a picture. Their Walmart was putting like their video selection was banned for like 2 weeks.
I gotta take this.
But yeah, and then it's like they finally got restocked after 2 weeks. So that may be our particular Walmart. Some Walmarts or even Targets, depending on what you use where you live. You never know. Sometimes they're pretty good on keeping them stocked. Other times they're bad because they just haven't gotten truck in. It could be a weather conditions. I mean, hopefully it's just weather conditions and not just them not ordering stuff. But physical media, it's not completely dead, and it is king.
Yes.
You may read online that we know Best Buy is getting rid of it physically and online.
Sometime in 2024, this year, as we talk to you, they are going to be getting rid of. I looked it up, not even just in store, they're also going to get it on, which is kind of silly because I may eventually buy a TV from down the road when I need a new one, but I only go there right now for movies. I don't go there to buy video. I go there to buy movies. And when they have the exclusive, like yesterday, they had an end cap when you walked in, so I checked those out. Or no, it was New Year's Eve. They had an end cap when you first walked in the store. Then they had a one row of shelves. Then they had two more end caps, one for 4K movies, one for regular. And they had so many. They had a 4K release of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Ooh,
They had
that's an old one.
they had American Graffiti. They had and they had an alternate art one. They had a bunch of Marvel films. They had some sets. They were sold out of the Harry Potter 4K one. They had the Blu-ray, but they were sold out in 4K.
I know that one's aggravating you.
Yes, because I've been trying to get that one for a while, and the problem is when you look online at the reviews, people have received it where either the package is damaged. So I was wanting to buy it in store, physical copy of that one. So when we go to VStock, I'm going to start looking. I don't typically buy sets, but I'm going to start looking into some of those because they do save you a lot of time and money because it's all in one set. You're not waiting on 3 or 4 movies to come in the mail or more, like with Harry Potter, 8. But that's what that, and we'll get into that, the pros and cons of box sets versus individual titles. We'll get into that later.
Okay, well, quick on the box set, if you know it's in store, like I knew that for a while there, I tried to limit myself. It's like no more than this much on a single physical media item.
It depends on how much I love the series. Like if they down the road come out with a Wednesday set of all the seasons, I'll buy the best edition I have. I'll save the money for it. I'll buy it.
Unless I've got it planned in advance. If it's an impulse buy, ooh, I've been looking for that. I don't want to spend more than say $20 on a single item.
Well, I'm going to say 30 because the 4Ks are usually like 30.
All right, well,
or Blu-rays 25.
DVDs, Blu-rays, yeah. But at the time, it was just DVDs I was buying. I didn't have it. I wasn't really buying Blu-rays.
Okay. So yeah, set a budget for yourself. Don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff you don't have the money for. Pay your bills first. Be responsible. Do that first.
That's what my brother told me when I first started getting out on my own. He's like, make sure all your bills are taken care of before you
bills, groceries, a little bit of extra money in case of emergency. But then let's say you have 30, 40 bucks sitting there. You're like, okay, I have everything taken care of. I have X amount. Go ahead. You see a movie you want to buy it. We'll go to Walmart and there'll be movies they've only released on DVD. $5. That's a good starting place. If you don't care about the picture quality and just want the DVD, $5. We bought Blu-ray. A bunch of special features. We just got them play. They had a game on there. It's okay, but they have a game on there you can play. They have making of the film. Only $5 for the Blu-ray. That's cheap. So you can go to those bins. I actually had a customer when I worked at Walmart one time. He goes, "Do you guys have Fight Club here?" I said, "Oh, we don't talk about that one." Yeah. And then I pointed to the bargain bin, but it was just he laughed because I was staying with the whole idea of that movie. But that's the fun thing about movies, just having that physical media there. To me, there's comfort there. Like you said, your comfort movies. What's a movie that you absolutely love? Oh, okay, Trick or Treat. That's a movie
that is one that is very dear to my heart. I have loved it since it came out back in I think it was originally released in 2009. It was supposed to be in 2007. I have to go review that again. But yes, that is one I got on Blu-ray. Once I got I still need to order that one because for a while there I wasn't ordering online.
Oh.
And then even that for a while it was exclusively Walmart.com because I didn't have a debit card. So I'd go to Walmart, put the money in a gift card, and then order through the gift card.
One thing physical media helps with too, this is another point I like to mention here, is okay, a friend comes over. They want to watch a movie, they don't know what. When you're on, I can tell you that I've had friends over, we're on Netflix, we're scrolling for an hour before we pick anything. With physical media though, someone will come over, look up at your shelf and say, okay, I have not watched Dracula. Pick it up, put it off. To me, it's very easy to sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll, watch all these trailers. Whereas physical media, it's easier for me to make a decision. I can look at the top shelf, start at the top, my eyes go to the top naturally, and say, first movie I haven't seen that looks interesting. 2001. Boom. Okay, we grab it, pull it off, start the movie.
Good movie, little boring if you're not used to it. But that is one that I would love to find the sequel to. I'm probably gonna have to order it,
but that's my whole point here is, and you can put your collection in ABC order. You can do it by release date.
Mine's by release date, Blu-rays first, DVDs, and then TV shows. What I'm glad of is my mom, I had started buying the Arrowverse on DVD because I had a really good check at the end of November. November was a 3-check month for me, thank God. So I was able to take care of all my other bills and stuff, and then get Arrow and Flash complete series on DVD in one go. In addition to ordering Legends Tomorrow on DVD through Walmart.com because they didn't have it in store. For Christmas, my mom bought me Supergirl the complete series. She even asked me, DVD or Blu-ray.
That's awesome.
And the only reason I told her Blu-ray is because it's a bonus disc. And if you're familiar with the Arrowverse, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends Tomorrow, and all those, the bonus disc has all 5 parts of Crisis on Infinite Earths on one disc. So you're not bouncing between shows. Which is alright. I love having it like that. And I've not started watching the series yet because I'm waiting for my mom to start get her copies or get Supergirl because she's already got Arrow and Flash.
So you guys watch them and then talk about them?
We'll watch them we'll talk about them as we watch them. I'll have her on a messenger call.
Oh, okay.
And we'll watch them together. And I don't think my mom is aware of what she's fully getting into with this set. But once again, off topic. So once again, shiny thing.
Yeah. But like we're saying, physical media is great. You also can get, like you were saying earlier, you were talking about Loki and WandaVision. There were cards.
Yeah, they were like artwork cards. Like they looked like little postcards.
You also, a lot of movies now come with your digital codes. So you're on the go. You want to watch a movie while you're riding as a passenger. You have that option.
I don't.
But we will talk to you guys, and we will be doing a James and the Giant Peach review next time you see us.
Yep.
So take care, and we will see you all next week.
James and the Giant Peach.
That's our next review coming to the channels with next week. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you all later.